Welcome to the PT Legends podcast, where co-host Dave Bess and myself, Scott Carpenter, share our journey and secrets of success. From our humble beginnings as personal training employees of a big box gym to struggling studio owners that have made every mistake in the book, to where we are now, the owners of a multi-seven-figure business operating multiple personal training studios internationally, and now coach and mentor to fitness professionals in 5 countries and counting. This is our story, and these are our secrets. Subscribe to our podcast, learn, take action, and build your own fitness empire. Hey guys, so special thing that we're doing live. We're actually going to record our podcast live today in the group, which we have not done. So you'll see all the mess ups that we do make. We don't even edit these things. We just roll with it. So we'll start with the intro because we're going to record this and have our podcast processors go. So welcome back to the PT Legends show. I am your host, Scott Carpenter.
Big Dave, clocking back in. We have a really special episode today. This is episode 50 of the PT Legends podcast. How did that even happen? I have no idea. I am scared, Dave, to go back and listen to the earlier episodes. I am told they're not bad. I'm like, no, they have to be bad.
Well, this thing has changed. So today's episode, right? It's like the new PT Legends, but I bet like every 10 episodes, like we had an epiphany and then we're like, okay, we have to change this. There's like another 10, it's like, we have to change this. And now like what started off is, I don't even know what the hell this thing started off as. But like it's shocking, 50 episodes.
It's shocking. We're here like a year later from when we started the podcast, almost to the day. And this has changed and evolved so much. The gym owners' lives that we're working with have changed so much. This has been the level of success of how we've changed the business of the gym owners' lives it's unprecedented. We didn't know it was going to have this big of an impact. And it has changed and evolved over time. Why? Because we built this company by accident. You know, we did this in our 6 gyms. People asked us, hey, can you help us do this in our business model? We're like, sure, maybe. And it grew from there. They got insane results. They told other gym owners. They came to us. They got insane results. They told others. And here we are, 50 episodes deep that we started about a year ago, which is just awesome. It's so cool. So big accomplishments to you, Dave.
Right back at you, buddy.
So today's episode 50, we're going to talk about the new PT Legends. It has changed so much and, we didn't even see it coming. It has gotten so much better because of the dozens of gyms that we've taken through this. And now solo personal trainers that might be paying rent, right? And also online coaches building their own online movements. So really, I mean, what we help people do is double to at least quintuple. That's 5X, Dave. Just making sure. You're like, what was that? What is that
fancy word? I was like, I can't pronounce that word. You're going to have to pronounce it on the podcast.
2 to 5X.
2 to 5X.
Your current prices. And inside of your gym or your personal training rates, or God, if you're doing the $199 online stuff, good luck with that. You've got to charge more. Every single gym, and it's been a lot that I've talked to, they struggle because of one reason: their price point. And so they're like, oh yeah, we'll raise our group stuff from like 180 to like 200. It's not going to happen. I just got off of another call with somebody who'll be starting up with us next week, which will be awesome. But he's done the popular one, you know, with the 6-week challenge, selling for $599, and he sold 30 last month, and he still can't break even. Because his churn is astronomical with that. And it's really hard, guys. If you've been struggling out there, you know, you're working a lot, but your margins are thin. And it's really, 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 really hard to break through anymore, because the more successful you get, the more members you get. If your churn is at 7%, 10%, even if it's great at 5%, half the industry standard, less. It's the better you get, the harder it is. Because if you got 200 members, and your churn is 7%, it's 14 new members you got to sign up a month to prevent sliding backwards. So it's price. Price makes everything stupid easy. What if you could sign somebody up for a 9-week program for $3,000 to $4,000 in person or virtual? Not even one-on-one training if it's in person. You could sign up 3 people like that a month and probably have your best month ever and over 10 grand in new business with 3 people, not 30, 3. And guys, this works everywhere. This doesn't work in just high demographic areas. This works in Gulfport, Mississippi. This works in Ruston, Louisiana. I can go on and on and on. It's worked everywhere. It's tested everywhere around the world. So, but there's 3 main things that people run across, right? And it's just like, hey, that sounds great. So we teach you how to like 2 to 5x your current rates, which sounds impossible, but it's not. It's very easy. And we do that instead of like selling sessions and memberships. We teach you how to do it by selling it as a solution, a transformation program that involves, yes, nutrition and accountability, but mindset and a mentorship. And so number 1, people say like, okay, that sounds great, Dave, but hey, you know what? I don't have a program built like that. I don't have a coaching or a mentorship program robust with nutrition and all these other things and mindset. I don't have that. So great. What do I do?
Well, you talked to Scott Carpenter because he created this really sexy habit tracker, 2.5 years ago. And now we use this kind of habit tracker, which has formed and developed into, it's a one-stop shop. It's the perfect program is what it is. At the end of the day, it's the perfect program.
It's the perfect program. And it's more than just a habit tracker. That is in there, right? And if you're a big fan of Atomic Habits or anything like that, you will love this. That being said, it's bigger than that. So we created like this 63-day transformation. It's 9 weeks long, right? That has changed and evolved a lot. Remember the first iterations of that? Yeah. But it simplifies the living hell out of everything. You don't need to pour in 40 hours a week learning nutrition and this and that and the other. Nope. It is a done for you program. You can take exactly what it took us years to build, develop, and refine. And by the way, can you change it to shorter or longer than 9 weeks? Yes. 8, 12, whatever. But you get a lifetime license to use this 63-day transformation. What we put our blood, sweat, and tears in, you get that license for a lifetime. And we teach you how to execute it. It's so stupid simple. It's ridiculous. But simple is what gets people results. If it is overly complicated, you're done. It's never going to happen. You might be able to execute it, maybe your clients, but you won't be able to scale it to other staff. No. So if you don't have like a high ticket program to package and sell, great. Take ours. You get it free for a lifetime. It's yours. And here's the cool thing. If you're a stickler on things being branded for you, you can white label this thing to have it under your business. You can keep it as is. The 63 days transformation will work for every business, or you can put it as, Canon CrossFit or Robbie's personal training, 63-day transformation. It is yours. Okay. So that's the number 1 hurdle. It's like, hey, I don't have anything like that built. That takes so long to do and make it worthwhile. You get it. Okay. Number 2, hey, this sounds great. And let's take it for granted. I believe you, Dave and Scott, that I can sell this in North Dakota and I can sell this in Mississippi and I can sell it everywhere. And if you want to get in touch with those people, we can get you in touch with those people who do that. So, but I don't think I can sell that. I don't know. I'm scared. I don't know how to build that value and I don't know how to sell that. And Dave, that's really where you come in. Because you are the world's greatest sales trainer, bar none. Because you're like, it's a stretch. No, I have done a lot of these things. Okay. And paid money to be in a lot and do a lot in the fitness industry, outside of the fitness industry, in the corporate world. You do a better job of it than anyone I know. And you hold regular trainings where people get reps on their offers, on their objection handling, on all these different things. But I think where you're the best in the world at is like you help them believe. for a lot of people hearing this, like, oh, let me sell my 3-time-a-week group training as a transformational program with some nutrition, accountability, and mindset stuff. And instead of charging $180 a month, I'm going to charge $2,000, $2,500 for this thing. People are like, I don't think I can do that. What would you say to someone who thinks that? Because you deal with it every day.
Yeah, you have to. If you got into this industry, and we say it all the time, like most fitness professionals didn't get in it for the Lamborghini. The reason that most fitness professionals start this career is because they want to impact people. And the one thing that it's a stone cold fact, people aren't going to transform. You're not going to impact people unless they are paying $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, period. So if you got into this industry and you're like, I want to impact people, I want to change people's lives, I want to transform people, then it's your obligation to learn not just how to sell, but really to learn your own value, your real worth. And the second that you start believing like, this is my real value, like I was put on this earth to change people's lives, then it naturally just floats out. The investment to work with me, $3,000. Let's do it. So it's, you know it though, but it's not me. The most beautiful thing with PT Legends is the collaboration in our calls.
Mm-hmm.
It's the highlight of my Monday and Friday when all these fitness professionals get together. We talk about roadblocks that's going in, those cobwebs that's going on in their heads. So tactically, yeah, how to handle, I have to think about it, objection, and how to pitch your program. Like those are all details, but they're just the smallest of details. 99% of it is getting just a group of like-minded people together talking about, hey, this is, these are struggles. These are the wins that we've been going through the last week. And then that energy just rubs off on everyone. And then Sarah Carter has a $15,000 week, and she knows exactly how to sell this program, and she has for the last 6 months. But there's something powerful when you get a bunch of like-minded people together.
It's immersion.
All on the same, yeah.
It's immersion, because guys, it's not easy. You're gonna doubt. Like it's tough, right? It's tough doing this. And, some people struggle with like, I don't think I'm worth that. That's why you need to like join this group of dozens of other people that are doing this. And I remember yeah, Sarah was complaining not too long ago, or getting a little bit down on herself. And who called her out on it? Was it Lakin?
It was Lakin.
Yeah.
It wasn't me. It was Lakin. Lakin.
And she just called her out on the shit. And then it was the very next week she did at least 10K or like that. No, that day. I think she sold an executive or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but yeah. And so immersion, being surrounded by these other gym owners and fitness entrepreneurs who are doing this, gives you the belief that, oh, this is possible. This can be done. And actually, you know what? People are doing this every single frickin' day. You look at our wins and what we're sharing in our group every day. And then you'll learn exactly how Lakin handles her pitch and goes for her close. And you're like, wow, I'm taking that first part right there and making that my own, because holy cow, that speaks to me and that works. So this PT Legends program, the reason it has changed so much over the last year is because of the fact that we have all these other gym owners that have their perspectives and they have different business models, and we have learned and all grown together. This program is so much better because of all the gym owners that are in it. It could not have, if it were just our 6 gyms, it would not have been this good and have evolved this quickly, hands down. So yeah, guys, if you don't think you have the ability to sell that or the confidence to sell that, or you don't think you're worth it, that's why this group and this community and these weekly calls, you will believe that. You will overcome that. You will be able to sell this. We have people who aren't great at sales that sell this on a normal basis. And so that's one of the biggest components of this program. Absolutely. Yeah, the tactics are important for sure. But it's about that belief and having that mindset. Everything is life is mindset, particularly for entrepreneurs. I mean, if you look, I should have crashed and burned and gone bankrupt years ago. If I just made it I told myself like, that is not a possibility. It's kind of like the miracle equation. That you turned me onto that. I read that book, right?
Yep.
It's what is it? Unwavering faith.
Mhm.
and
Extraordinary effort.
extraordinary effort. Those two things, and
That's
you
all
can
that
make
matters.
your own miracles. And if I look back on like when the odds were completely stacked against me and this and that, and somehow I made it and this and that, it was those two things. I just didn't know it at the time.
Right.
Right. So that's so cool. So, and then the third reason that people are hesitant to do anything like this is like, well, that sounds great, but I don't know how to get clients. Maybe you're having a lead issue, whether you're a gym,
Mhm.
you're a personal trainer, or you're an online coach building your movement. You know, so you're like, okay, well, great. I can use your program, right? And just take it. Okay. Then you can teach me how to sell it. But hey, guess what?
Mhm.
I don't have enough leads. Nobody's coming in to see me. And this is probably the toughest nut to crack quite often. A lot of people don't have lead problems, gyms anyways. They just are selling stuff for peanuts, right? They can take, if you're getting in, what would you say, 15 to 20 leads a month, you can crush it. You don't even need to worry about leads right now. That is by far and away enough to work with, particularly if at least half of those are organic, coming in from your website or calling not Facebook ads. You are golden. You have a lot of room to grow by a couple, $10,000, $20,000 a month just by changing your offer, right, into a transformational program, learning how to sell it. That being said, even those people at some point, like, cool, they've mastered this program. Now I just need more leads. Tough nut to crack because it is always changing, right? And so this is where we have really upped our game. And it took us the longest because this is the hardest piece, I think, right? But there's a couple different ways that you can do it. You can do it organically, right? And you can also take the shortcut and do it paid. And the cool thing is this is the first time we're kind of mentioning this, but in the organic bucket, right? We have brought on to the PT Legends team, or more like we merged and joined forces with our previous mentor, right? Who we've already spent $15,000 with. When we first started working with him, he has been in the business for a long time and has helped a lot of people. His name is Will Schiller. Dave knew he wanted to work with him for a long time before he came to me. And he's like, dude, we're working with this guy. I'm like, how much? He's like, $15,000. I'm like, oh boy. Yeah. But we got our ROI within like 4 weeks. 4 weeks. He is massively good at what he does. He has tons of, we all hate content, right?
Yes, everybody.
Oh, everybody. He's got like the whole map on what you need to do and what you need to post. Boom, 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 boom. And his strategies are so up to date. Facebook, Instagram, a lot has changed in that space. A lot has changed. Every 6 months, what kind of used to work, 6 to 12 months, what used to work just no longer doesn't in that space. But yeah, he ran New Age coaching for a long time, helped a lot of people, but it sucks doing stuff on your own. Can we all agree on that? Like when you're on your own island, just operating your ship, by yourself, dude, it's lonely and unnerving, and you can burn out and you can be stressed. And he was kind of operating his ship, solo, and he's really good at this aspect, like insanely good with content and the tactics on that, right? But we're also insanely good at helping create that offer and teaching you how to sell it and believe it. And we were just like, boom, perfect fit. So he has literally just come on board as of first week in July. And it is super exciting, super exciting. Whether you're a gym owner, personal trainer, or an online coach, you're going to have a massive benefit with having Will on board. So we're adding to our weekly calls, and a lot of gym owners also want to build out online movements, and it's hard to do, right? But he's got the whole strategy that has been proven.
What makes Will special, and the reason that I knew from probably 6 months ago, like I really felt in my gut, I'm like, this is the future.
Yeah.
he does it like we teach sales in a non-sleazy way. He teaches the organic strategy in a non-sleazy way.
Yes.
And that means the world to me, because I guarantee if you're a gym owner, an online coach, anyone that's hired a mentor, there are these sleazy tactics. Guarantee if you go check, if you're a fitness professional, if you check your DMs right now, you'll see exactly what we're talking about. What Will has mastered is organically reaching out to people, and just like we sell the sales portion of it, doing it in a real genuine way that is very, very rare in today's world. So that's what makes it extra special. It's when you're asking for thousands of dollars, right? Like a lot of people are like, I don't want to be a sleazeball. We teach our sales process how to not be a sleazeball. Will does exactly the same strategy. The way that he recruited me into his program, it was literally a 6-month process where I felt like I was his best friend before even getting on a sales call with him. So it will work from here to the end of time, his strategy on organically reaching out to people, because it comes from the actual like heart and soul of someone, rather than some VAs and robots spewing off some automated messages.
Yeah. And that's who he is. He's a genuine dude. Like, the hardest part about kind of bringing somebody into your business who's going to be a key person is finding that other person who you mesh well, like on a work ethic standpoint, on an ethics standpoint, right? Because guys, you know, your Facebook feeds and how greasy it is and shitty it is. Dave and I hate that stuff. I never really wanted to get into this coaching business because I found it kind of gross. You know, but we did it because we were asked to in out of obligation. And now we find it the most fulfilling thing in the world. And so we do it, you know. We haven't marketed yet. You know, we haven't done any paid marketing yet, and we haven't needed to, thankfully, but you know, we probably will. But the thing is like, no, you guys don't want to come off as sleazy. We don't want to come off as sleazy. And the key is, how do you do things and get clients and acquire clients without doing that? That's the trick. And that's what Will does, and because that's who he is. So when it came time to like join forces, we were all in on it, you know, and that's a scary thing to do. It's a really scary thing to do if you don't know who somebody's character is, right? But so that's exciting. That's exciting. The organic strategy is beautiful. And while Dave and I were pretty good at it before, and we could help our people pick up another couple clients a month on it, Will's just at another level. And that's pretty awesome. Now, on the flip side of it, if you do just want to get the shortcut and you want to put some ads out and click some buttons, wow, that we struggled with for a long time. Mm-hmm. But our campaigns and our winning ad and copy, holy cow, is it working? It is working. We just added a couple gyms and started doing that. And I mean, they go up second month, right? But also they're a little bit warmer in the second month. It's just the nature of things, right? But in a couple weeks, 2.5 weeks, leads are coming in at $5 and $8. It feels like it's 2016 again, right? But here's the cool thing, guys. We're only targeting people 40 to 60. So the cool thing is, those people are more likely to be able to afford your services. They're more likely to see the value in it if you handle the sales process right. Nothing can help that. But bottom line is, look at your current clientele. Your best ones who show up, who pay money every month and stay the longest, are probably in their 40s and 50s. Mm-hmm. Probably in their 40s and 50s. Our campaign targets those people and speaks to them. That's why it works so well without giving away some stupid offer, like a bare bones, super cheap challenge or a week or two free, like free, a month free. No, we don't have to do that to get these leads. It makes your job very difficult and very time consuming. Let's just go after those dream clients that stay for a long time. Let's just do that. And you can get them just as cheap doing it the right way. And so you can take shortcuts and do the paid stuff as well. But you want to do both. Absolutely. But so, yeah, I mean, those are the three main hurdles people face is like, well, one, I don't have a program to sell. I just kind of give workouts and maybe some nutrition coaching. Stop that. Sell the solution. If you don't have one, you can take ours. Okay. You just get it. 63-day transformation. You're welcome to change the duration. You're welcome to private label it. It's yours. Number two, sounds great. I would love to sell my group workouts and stuff at $2,000 or more for 9 weeks. I would love to sell my PT at $3,000 to $4,000 for 9 weeks, 3 times a week. Sounds great, but I don't think I can do that, or I don't think I'm worth that. I have no idea how to start building that value. My brain wants to explode thinking that. Most people start there. Most people start there. I remember the text that Lauren Dervloy sent with her first one, where it was in group, and then she went on to sell 3 executives. But she texted, she's like, first PC, perfect consultation is what we call it, right? First PC done, and I'm sweating. Like, she was so nervous. But she says, but 2K transformation sold. Somebody coming in 3 times a week for a group, and the rest is just done with the program. Phenomenal. So if you don't think you can sell it, that's what we do best. Absolutely. And the third thing is if you're struggling to get leads. I can now say a year into this damn thing, been a long journey, but we can solve that. We can solve that. And that feels good saying that, because that's a tricky bitch, right? We got the organic strategy and we have the paid strategy now. We couldn't claim that for a long time though, Dave.
Nope, not at all. Not even close.
Not with good conscience, right?
Right.
It wasn't proven to be duplicable everywhere. But the great thing is now it is. So I'm so happy about that. That's such a relief. But that's what we do, guys. That is the new PT Legends. And it doesn't matter if you're a PT studio. It doesn't matter if you're a CrossFit. It doesn't matter if you are a cardio kickboxing franchise and you sell your transformation programs in the back end. We can help you bring in an extra $10,000 to $20,000 a month in new business, short-term revenue, not 12-month paid in fulls here. We're talking 9-week programs on average. And that's huge. But yeah, it's been a hell of a journey for a year. Anything else to add?
No, it's at the end of the day, like it goes back to, as fitness professionals, we don't want the Lamborghini. Using this model, you could eventually get that Lamborghini in a couple of years.
You can.
But that's not what 99% of people listening to our podcast want. They want freedom. Yep. That's it. They want to get off at 4:00 and go pick up their kid from daycare, or take Saturdays off to go to a family barbecue. We want freedom. And the only way to achieve freedom is having a higher ticket offer that can really impact people's lives, your community, period. And that's, at the end of the day, that's what we offer. We offer a solution that will lead to a life with freedom. That's what we all want as fitness professionals.
That's it. That's everything I'm motivated by, is having freedom, right? And that involves finances, yes, for security. It also involves time to enjoy that. And you owe it to yourself, you owe it to your family to do that, right? We've all been in a situation where we've dreamed of that when we start up our business, and we've resigned ourselves to, that's just not going to happen. And this is the new status quo. It doesn't have to be this way. You can have that dream business. You can have that dream life. And if you want to talk to people who do and who got there in a matter of months, we'll shoot you their names and you can talk to them. They'd be happy to share their experience. So, guys, that's it. That's it for this show, the PT Legend Show. If you really got something out of this, do us a favor. Like it, review it, share it, recommend it. This stuff is so powerful. I am very aware of the responsibility that we have for these entrepreneurs. We are them. We have 6 gyms together. We have been through, Dave and I have been through a lot of shit, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, a lot of worry, a lot of anxiety. And it's really important to get out of that and have the business that you really deserve. If you're listening to this, I know you are a damn hard worker and you deserve a hell of a lot. So we don't take our responsibilities lightly. So if there's any help to you, like, comment, share, subscribe to this podcast, listen inside of our Facebook group like you're doing right now. If you're watching live, the recordings of the video will be in there as well. And for our coming up on our this is our 50th episode. So right now we're coming up on this like full year of it really being a business, I guess you could say. We're going to run some amazing specials. We don't exactly know what they completely are, right? But it now would be the time. If you've been listening to us or you're just getting introduced to us, now is the time to reach out to us because we're going to figure out what that is. Probably by the time this podcast airs, we'll have it within the next week or so. So yeah, if this is you, and you're inside the group, message me. Okay. If not, you're listening, Scott, SCOTT at PTlegends.com. Tell them you want the 1 year special or something. Shoot me an email and tell me that. I'll know what I'm referencing since I'm saying it. But Scott at PTlegends.com. So if you've been a listener for a while, now is the time to take action. We'll hop on a call. We'll see if it is a good fit for you right now or if it isn't. So that's it. Anything else left to add? That's it, buddy. This is a long one today, celebrating 50. So I know it's awesome exciting milestone. Though. Yeah. Really cool, guys. We will see you next week on the PT Legends show.
Dave and myself, Scott, would love to thank you for tuning in and listening to the PT Legends podcast. You can get direct access to us by joining our free Facebook group. Go to www.facebook.com/groups/7-figure personal trainer. That's 7-figure personal trainer with the number 7. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast so you can keep on learning and keep on living. Finally, if you picked up any tips whatsoever in this episode that you found helpful, be sure to leave us a review and tell us what you like best about it. Can't wait to see you on the next episode.